Good evening, family, friends, associates, and in-betweens. Welcome to the Family's Corner. Come in, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today is a series of breaking the generational curses. And we're talking about the gentleman versus the cunning man. I'm sorry. And why it's so hard for us to tell the difference. My friend and I was both talking about this the other day, because she had her father in her life. He reared her, and so I call myself a product of the world, and I had men in my life to teach me. So I've even fallen victim to the cunning man versus the gentleman. And what we had come to, sorry y'all, my face needs some moisture. And what we had come to the conclusion is most of the time, I know in my experiences that I was having in life, that I had in life, we are looking for a man who is trying to run game. So that's nothing to try and figure out. That's nothing to try and see if you've been put up on that, if you're aware of that. So most of the time you can't get me to pay no bills for you. You can't get come move into my house. We don't do that. Most of the time, I won't be susceptible to the victimization of someone who is just hustling. Let's just call that person a hustler. But the cunning man will play the position of a gentleman. He will play the position to open a door for you, to listen, to hear what you're saying. But that act can only go on for so long. He will be everything that you want him to be in your life and everything you wish him to be temporarily, until he's able to conquer what it is that he's trying to conquer, or achieve whatever it is he's trying to achieve. And so that cunning man, he will go on and on with his act until he has overcome that. Then eventually you'll open your eyes and be like, oh my goodness, it's like the third eye. I'm woke. Like, what the world have I been victimized to? A gentleman is the one who's going to come into your world and be pure. He's the one who's going to open doors for you. He's the one who's going to help you maintain, help you to be the best self you can be. He's going to be the one to be your better half, to balance you out. He's going to be that one to accept you how you are. No matter what that may be, you won't have to alter yourself in order to be with him. The cunning man, you're going to have to change, and you're going to see yourself changing a little bit every minute that you're with him. You're going to see yourself becoming a little more and more like he wants you to be. So in being and knowing the difference between the cunning man and the gentleman, a gentleman is not going to alter who you are. He going to love you, and you are going to alter who you are, because and when you're in the midst of a king, that king will lead you properly, and you won't even know that you're becoming submissive to him. You won't even know that he is leading you, because it will be so natural for you to do so. With the cunning man, it'll seem like you are going against who you are. It'll seem like you are sitting there battling something, battling against someone. And you should never have to battle with your mate. Your mate should never be a force that you're pushed up against. Your mate should always be someone who compliments you. When you're down, he should be up. When he's down, you should be up. It should be a complimentary there. You should be his spine, his backbone. It's hard for our men out here. And again, most of the time, our men are just emotional baggages of where their mom was at the time that they were being reared, depending on if their fathers was in their lives too. So we have to learn to love each other whole and love each other completely. And when you're looking for a gentleman, he's going to do that. He's going to complete you. He's going to make you a better person. He's going to make you a better version of yourself. When you're running into a cunning man, he's going to alter you. He's going to change you. He's going to have you looking at yourself like, dang, should I be doing this? Or I'm going to be the woman that you want me to be. No, you're going to be the woman that you want to be. If you have to change to meet that man's mold or to fit in that man's pocket or however it is he wants you to be, you don't need that man. You don't want that man. You want that gentleman. You want that person who y'all can form together, who y'all can mesh together, who is like the sun coming out. You know, it's just bright when you wake up. And don't get me wrong, you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. That's just in any relationship. But when you're with someone who compliments you, when you're with someone who has and lays out that foundation for you, you don't have those issues. You don't have to become someone else to be in their midst. You and them will become one, and the love that y'all have for each other and the love that y'all form for each other will surpass everything. We don't know the difference in between the gentleman and the cunning man because most of the time we're not reared with men in our lives, so it's easy for us to fall victim to a man who is cunning versus a man who is gentleman, because most of the time we don't have those father-daughter relationships. We don't have those days where our father take us out on a date and show us how we should be treated as couples, or how we should be treated with to the opposite sex, how the opposite sex should be treating us. I know that my daughter and her father has daughter-father time. When they go out, you know, well, we in COVID, so they're not going out like they used to, but they'll go out and picnic together, but just them two. Sometimes I'll go, my son will go, but they have their time together so that she's able to establish what it is and the boundaries that she should have with a man and what she should accept from a man, so that she able to know the difference, as well as she has myself who balances the female part out of that. But don't negate the fact that we need those type of individuals in our children's life to be able to balance that out and teach them that everything that glitters ain't gold. It's fool's gold out here. And sometimes when we're seeking what it is we want, or what it is that we want to be in or want to be a part of, we allow ourselves to become susceptible to what we know better. And then that's how we fall victim to the cunning man. We know that man ain't right, but as time go on, we say, oh, we let a little bit more go. Okay, well, you know, but he did this. That's you bending. That's you conforming. No. If in your spirit that's not right, in your spirit that's not acceptable to you, then don't accept it, because the man that is meant for you is going to understand that that's your boundary. That's your, hey, that's your wall. Stop. And also the gentleman who comes and is willing to accept you and to be a part of your world gonna understand, and he's gonna be able to break down those type of barriers that may make you insecure, to secure yourself so that you are comfortable. I know my husband and I was having a conversation, and I am not a female who is typically jealous of other females. Like, you can come up, talk to my husband, and I'm not gonna be like, excuse me, who are you? No, because I'm secure in what I have. I'm secure in me, first of all. So I don't engage in that foolishness of who are you and why are you talking to him? No. And if you say something silly to me, you gonna realize it was something silly, and I'm gonna keep this smile on my face when I address you in it. Because I know who I am. And in the 20 years my husband and I have been together, I am secure in what we have. So if at any point he feels that he needs to venture off, then there's something that's lacking. And hopefully we can have that conversation. Because with a gentleman, you should be able to. With a cunning man, he's not going to allow you to have that conversation, because it's difficult to look at a reflection of ourselves when we're not living up to our full potential. And when you are a king, sometimes your crown gets a little tilted, just like we as queens, our crowns get a little tilted, and that is perfectly fine. As your queen, it is my job to straighten it up. As my king, it is your job to make sure my crown is straight as well, to make sure my crown is secure also. So knowing the difference in between the cunning man and the gentleman is, will that man straighten your crown, or will he fix his first? Will you be able to say, hey, babe, I understand, this is how you would like to do it, but can we just try it this way? The gentleman, if it is something that is something he can compromise on, he gonna compromise. If it is something he is strong in his stance, he gonna say, babe, I understand, or whatever whatever he call you, I understand. However, I've been down this road, and in me going down this road, I have secured this way for us. So I already know that in my stance, I got us. Let me take us down this path. I understand you stand in your own birthright, but I got us. And allow that man to have y'all. Because if you've chosen him and you've allowed him to choose you, because he that chooses a wife choose a good thing. So if you allowed him to choose you and you've chosen him, you have to let him lead. That's a must. And a gentleman will know that he must lead his queen. And you're going to be submissive to him. And most women say, oh, I'm not submitting to no man. Honey, your king, you're going to submit to him. Because you're going to know that when you submit to him, he's going to submit to you. And then y'all going to be entangled in something so wonderful that you're not going to even know that you're submitting. Like a lot of people tell me all the time, like, you're always praising your husband. You're always doing this, or you're always doing that. I am husband dependent. Make no mistake about that. Make none. However, I am a force by myself with my husband. I'm a movement with myself. With my husband, I'm a force. So the table that we have, we will feast at together. But if I have to back away from that table and remove myself, I will eat. I just got to get up and walk around the table and get the salt and pepper, or get up and walk around the table and go get the gravy. I won't be able to just be like, can you pass it to me? It'll be some things that won't be as convenient. But I will live life. Life will go on. But you have to allow that man to lead. A gentleman is going to know when you as his queen need to go ahead and be up in the forefront. And he's going to also know when you as his queen need to be by his side and not in the front. A cunning man going to always try to be in the front. He's never, ever going to try and step back or even allow you to use your own ideas, or allow you to set precedents so that y'all can build together, a balance together. Two heads is greater than one all day. And if you have chosen a mate, you have chosen them because you felt like they balanced you out. So if you felt like they balanced you out, why hinder them and yourself in that balance? It's not fair. It's not fair for them, and it's not fair for yourself. And that's the cunning man, because he's not going to care whether it's fair. He's not going to care whether it's balancing you out. He's just going to absorb it for himself. He's just going to take it for himself. He's going to seek it for himself. And he's going to break you down in the midst of it. And you can't be broken down, sister. You can't. You have to live up to your full potential, because if you allow him to break you down, you allow the household to break you down. Same thing for our men. You can't allow a female to break you down. As she break you down and is not loving you whole, that breaks down our household. That breaks down you, and then you're taking that baggage on to the next individual. She's taking that baggage on to the next individual, and you're creating a whole baggage of minutia. We don't need that mess. We don't need it. So in order to try and tell the difference, don't just spill your whole guts out to a man when you first meet him. Don't try and sit and be secure in what it is that you're just meeting him. Get to know him. Don't let him get to know her. Not her. No. Get to know her. get to know you, get to know him. Y'all get to know each other. And then, if you feel like you want to explore other options, explore them. But don't let a man get to know your inner self more than he know your outer self. Know the difference. And then you'll be able to tell, like, oh, okay, hey, this is a cunning man right here. Let me go back over here to this gentleman. Plus, we always trying to obtain what it is we can't have. I notice, like, if a person has what they consider a street guy, then you want somebody who more put together. But if you got somebody more put together, then you want a street guy. You got to know what you want too. You can't just be out here willy-nilly. You got to balance this life out. You got to figure some things out. And if you figure some things out, then you'll figure yourself out. And if you figure yourself out, then you'll know what it is you want. And you'll know whether you want a gentleman or whether this man is conning you. And whether he is putting you out here and you putting yourself out here and you're allowing yourself to be susceptible to what it is that he's victimizing you to. And if you become victimized, if you become a victim and you allow a person to victimize you, you can't be mad. I'm learning that. You can't be mad. Then allow yourself to be true to you. Allow yourself to know that, okay, I fallen victim to it. Let me shake this off and get up out of this. It's okay. We've all been down that road. We've all fell victim or have been victimized by the cunning man. It's just, what are you left with? Make sure it's the gentleman. Make sure you are seeking someone who comforts your soul, someone who meshes well with your ideas, someone who can balance you out, someone who will finish your sentence or at least put a period on them. We have to venture into life a little more cautious than what we have been doing. We can't open ourselves up because we're lonely. We have to know that it's okay to be single. It's okay to be comfortable with being you. I know before COVID, I used to take myself to the movies, and I'm a whole married individual. However, self-care, self-awareness, and just spending time with myself was mandatory for me. So in that, it's okay to take yourself. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to expand outside of what it is that you know here and now. Just to get to know you. Get to know all the facets of who you are, what you like, what you don't like. Most of us, excuse what I'm about to say. However, most of us don't even know the difference between a vaginal orgasm and a clitoral one. So, get to know yourself. Figure it out. Get some toys. Play around. Live a good life. Then go out there and seek what it is. You have to be comfortable in who you are. You have to be secure in what it is that you want. And stop looking for somebody just to fill a void in your life or fill the loneliness that you have. You have to be able to fulfill that. You have to be able to love you. Because the happiness that you feel is in direct proportion to the love that you give and the love that you feel inside of you. How are you going to love someone else if you're not able to love you? How are you going to be able to determine who is cunning and who is gentle? When you not those things, when you're not balanced out, it's very difficult to know the difference, and it'll confuse you. And so you can't allow someone else to confuse you and what it is you want and how you live your life. So that's that part of the series. Tomorrow is Workout Wednesday. Y'all, this 21-day thing here is just not working for me. But tonight I'm going to my dance class. I will not be posting that workout because I don't even know what this is going to look like for me. I have not been with my dance instructor for a long time. A couple months, actually. And my walking buddy said last week she went and it was treacherous. Hi, I was just talking about you. It was last week she went and it was treacherous. So y'all, I don't want you to pray for me. I got this on the prayer part. However, I'm going to go there and I'm going to see what it do. And I know I'm going to be sweating. Oh, shoot. I sound like a ghost? Oh, Lord have mercy. See? Oh, it says it's having trouble with the video. Oh, how do you fix the trouble, though? Uh-oh. Here, let's see. Okay, is it better? Oh, okay. Nah, I'm not scared. Yes, I am. I'm lying. I am. I am. I am definitely scared. Because even though we work out and we go in, you know that Zumba life ain't no joke. So, yeah. Let me start my car while I'm sitting here thinking about it so I can get ready to head out and prepare my mind for all this. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm going to get my fitness on and sweat my life away. Thank you.